Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Hello my fire sign friends. My fire family, I am a Sagittarius rising and I go like peanut butter and jelly with an Aries. I have lots of Aries friends, lots of leadership friends in my life. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you so much. All the ways you've been loving me, being in the comments, thumbs up, booking your readings. Thank you so much for all the ways you love on this channel. I'm here to do this reading for the week ahead, and you know what, Aries, no matter when you find it, even if it's not this week, it's always going to be for the week ahead. You will find it when you need to or when YouTube pushes it to you. If you'd like to know when I'm uploading, hit that bell button. All right, here we go. Let's talk about Aries. What's this? Oh, Aries, you know who had started off with that? I think it was Taurus, actually. You might want to go take a look there. But we have somebody who's on the pathway of change, of enlightenment. That light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. It's actually light. Could be the sun, right? The sun is Leo, and it is happiness. Everything's bright. You can see everything clearly. I think that you've been on a path of transformation. It's card number 35, which is an 8, which is the self, but it's also about putting the hard work in on something. And so I think that you have been putting hard work in on something. And we have great fortune is about to arrive here because of all the hard work that you've done. One more. Aries, please. We're using the Kipper, by the way. That's what these are. Bottom of the deck, we have the mature man. What I want to say is that we have card number 26, which is also an 8. And we have poverty. But what I want to say about the card of poverty, I'm going to say because card number 37 is a 10, which breaks down to a 1, which is a new beginning. I want to say that great fortune is here, and that if you have been the person who's been living on the edge, living from check to check, and sometimes the numbers don't work out at the end of the month, robbing Peter to pay Paul, that kind of thing, I feel like that's about to end. You're going to be headed into, I'm just looking at this sun shining here. These cards were sitting like this. It feels like that at the end of this hard path that you've been on, this path of change and transformation and upheaval here, I feel is great fortune. And I think the great fortune is going to take you out of poverty. Now, it doesn't have to be about money. For some of you, it could be just that you're going to expect to get some sort of a big chunk of change. I feel that's going to fall out of the sky onto your head. And for others of you, the great fortune could be just something that's very fortunate that's coming to you and coming to the self. And then poverty, it feels like that it's going to take you out of poverty. So, and for some of you, maybe you have been living in this poverty, but others of you, if it's not been like about money, it's like an impoverished state of mind. Because listen, yes, poverty is a thing, that it's an economic thing. Yes, absolutely. But also poverty is something that people have taught to generation. It's also a mindset. Being impoverished is a mindset. Yeah. I think Deepak Chopra said that. Being impoverished, because he's been to some of the places in the world that are the most impoverished. But these people are not living with the idea that they are in poverty. Okay. Let's take a look at some Lenormand. I've got the mature man. So you could be the mature man. I mean, we have a man's body, right? But I always say don't get hung up on what's on the body, because it all depends on what the energies are inside. This could be someone who has feminine leaning energy. We don't know that because it's a picture. So I'm going to say that this mature man is somebody who's possibly masculine, but remember they also have feminine energy. This person could be the Hierophant, could be someone who is a Taurus, someone who's very learned. They could be book learned, but I also feel that they've gotten some of their learning through life because the globe is there. They maybe are a world traveler, or they've traveled a lot of places and they know a lot of things because they've traveled and learned languages and ways of life and cultures. And I feel like this person is quite enlightened. So I want to say that if you are the mature man, maybe you are the person who is thinking about a new beginning. And if you are, if this is your person, I feel like a new beginning is imminent. All right. Let's take a look at Lenormand for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please. For the week ahead, if you are cross-watching, thank you for doing that. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. I've got a new beginning again under the deck. Okay. Ooh. Look, again, we're talking about money. I'm just saying, Aries, your money flow is about to become abundant. And it may be as a result of speaking to someone who possibly is a sign that is air, an air sign. The Ace of Spades, it is the Ace of Swords, and that is about truth and honesty and clarity. It could be about contracts as well. And so you may sign a contract that brings in a lot of money. This may look like an achievement to you. I feel like you are going to be getting some type of communication. We've got the 8 of Clubs on the bottom right hand corner, which is the 8 of Wands. You might be receiving some information about some sort of goal or achievement that you've been looking at, or because I see this also because I'm reading in a general reading that this is, this is a mountain, and you will achieve, if you get to the top, but it feels like it's also an obstacle. It could be an achievement of an obstacle. We've got card number 21, which is a 3, which is partnership. So it could be in your pentacle life. It could be in some type of business partnership. You've maybe partnered with somebody in business, and I feel like you're about to achieve something really great. There may be some sort of communication that comes to you. I think there is somebody that wants to speak with you with the Ace of Swords here, and this person could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. It feels Aquarius-like, because what I want to say is that how Aquarius does differ from the other signs is that Aquarius gets to the bottom of it, right? The other signs are curious and they'll do their homework, but Aquarius is not going to stop. Not going to stop until they get the answer. So I feel as though somebody who is it could be a business thing, it could be a business partnership for you, but this could be somebody who is your feminine, or maybe you are the feminine, that receives the information that they need to make a lot of money. But I want to say that you don't see it coming. I want to say that your back is to the money. So I feel like what you're doing, this obstacle that you wish to achieve, or this mountain you wish to climb, I think is something that you've always wanted to do. So the money almost really doesn't matter all that much. I know money matters, of course, but I think that you'd be doing it whether you are getting paid gobs of money or just a little bit of money. This is gobs of money. This is eating, sleeping, breathing kind of money. Because the fish are in the water, right? We've got card number 7. It's a card number 34. It is a 7. And for me as a reader, 7s are always about divine intervention and heaven. It's always about, I feel like you're getting some divine intervention as it pertains to some money thing. But I also want to say that there probably is a feminine here that you feel that you can't reach because the mountain is too high. If we're looking at this as a romantic reading, then I would say that there probably is someone that you're already thinking of, but you feel like in order to get to them, you'd have to climb the highest mountain. You'd have to climb Kilimanjaro. Yep. In order to get this person, it almost seems like it's too big of a mountain. It's like there's an obstacle between you and them. This is interesting, because I was saying here that there's going to be a change here. If you've been someone who's been really short on money and barely making to the ends of the month, I think that's about to change. And then the fish show up, and the fish are about money and abundance, swimming in it. Yeah, just keep swimming, friend. We've got the King of Diamonds on the bottom right-hand corner, which is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, as we know, is tagged with the person who has the Midas touch. Everything they touch turns to gold. This person doesn't really even have to look for opportunity. Opportunity now flows to them. So I feel like you have a bunch of opportunity coming up, but I also feel for some of you that opportunity could be in love. But it could be that this is too big of an obstacle it's too big of a mountain for us to scale in order to meet in the middle, in order to have the Eight of Wands, the communication coming in, to be received by someone who needs to get clarity and understand it and wants the facts and not the emotions. For those of you who this is business, this is the smart one. This is either the lawyer or someone who is a stoic thinker. They do it for a living. So this person is someone who's going to make a lot of money for you if you're partnered with them. Whoever they are an air sign. All right. What are we going to do? All right. Just going to get some tarot here. All right, Aries. You're at the end of a hard time, my friend. So if you have been feeling exhausted because it's been an arduous trail, that you've been going through a lot of changes. It feels like a lot of changes and upgrades, not only in your pentacle life, but in your physiological changes. I believe that you've been getting upgrades and fighting the ascension flu. And, I feel like you, over this last period of, August was kind of brutal for all of the changes that were going on. And now all the planets are in retrograde. So I feel like you're going through a lot of physiological changes too, cellular changes, things like that. So you know what? The thing is that, yeah, this mountain is hard to climb, but you're going to climb it. I look at this mountain, so many heartaches wide, and I keep something about, I keep wondering, where's the other side? I gotta be honest, because I've got my doubts. What has this got to do with love? When this trouble passes over. Okay, so that is Amanda Marshall. This is love, I think it's called. It feels like somebody here is willing to climb the mountain. I don't know if it's you or them, but somebody here is willing to do whatever they need to do in order to get their justice in this soulmate connection. Somebody here must have the balance. So maybe you have Libra energy. Aries, maybe you've got it in your moon or rising. We've got Page of Cups. There's going to be a conversation, I think. I feel like there's going to be a conversation. I feel like you're going to reach out to someone, or someone's going to reach out to you. I want to say that this person, so let's go back to the love scenario. This person that I feel is someone who is waiting for clarity. They're waiting to speak with you. They're waiting to see if you're going to climb the mountain for them. Flip it if you need to. But the Page of Cups is here, which means that this person does have feelings. They have feelings for you. You have feelings for them. I feel that this is a deeply connected soul connection here. I feel like it's lifetimes, and I also feel like in every lifetime, you've always picked each other. It feels like you keep getting to this point where I have a choice. I need to make the choice, and you make the other choice. I feel like you got to get it right. It feels to me like you keep coming back, Aries, to make the right choice. This time you'll make the choice that is the right choice, because justice is here. I want to say that it's like you are connected to somebody very deeply in a soul way. And I want to say that you two always come to this point where somebody needs to make a decision. Do I go this way or that? And somebody always chooses this way, but you're the that. You're on the other side. Yeah, because this song says, where's the other side? Okay. It feels like it's too big an arduous journey to get to this person, but I don't think you can give up, because the universe says you got to have balance. You got to have your justice, because that's a universal card, right? That's major arcana. Those are things that that are coming at you, and you're going to have to make a decision whether to respond or react. And this is what's going down here. There's about to be, I feel, it's like a karmic justice. It feels as though somebody, you maybe have decided that you're going to climb some sort of mountain to get to somebody who you know you're deeply connected to, someone that you have feelings for, but I don't think it's huge love that you have for them. I feel what you have for each other is affection. I feel like this heart space energy tells me the heart chakra is open. I'm willing to receive. And I think that you are also possibly thinking about dropping in on someone. This person who's been waiting for you. I think you know who I'm talking about. You don't have to tell me in the comments, but I think you know who I'm speaking of. And I think that's where the money is, I want to say. This person. So if we're talking about love, this person is the person that you are going to have all the abundance with. The King of Wands is someone who is taking inspired action. And although can be, always chasing the shiny thing, but very, how can I say, they're very, very much like you, Aries. Leo is very much like you in that it's kind of like you just put your head down and you just keep moving. You don't care what's in your way. You're just going to push everything else out of the way until you get to whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And so I think this is the inspired action that you're supposed to be taking. Like, I feel like the Nine of Swords is telling me that there is worry. That there's worry with this, because what if you're wrong, right? What if you're wrong? What if I go to this person and say, I think that there's a connection between us that I can't ignore? Is this person going to tell me I'm full of it? Is this where I end up? I feel like you need to take inspired action, and Aries, I feel like you need to do it regardless of the outcome. Don't stick an outcome on it. Just get your answer and go. The universe has got your back, right? Leo's at your back here. So you could have Leo energy, or maybe you're dealing with Leo, Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. I did mention air signs because I believe that that's sort of one of the big players in your story here. Yeah, you're no longer confused. You are ready to make a choice, or I think you've already made a choice. But it's the Empress, and I think you're choosing the Empress after a very, very long hiatus. Years, like 5-6 years. I feel like after a long hiatus from this person that you're deciding to choose them. I think that's what we're seeing here, that you're looking at this mountain, so many heartaches wide. So it feels like you want to know what's on the other side. It feels like you are interested in pursuing this Page of Cups, this new energy. I don't believe you've dated this person before. I think that this is somebody that is someone that you've always had sort of a fondness for, but I do believe that lately you're realizing that this is something that you cannot cut away from. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at it. Let's clarify just a little bit for you here. Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Aries. Tell me what I need to know about Aries, please. Things are going to become solid. I think that if you decide to climb that mountain, I feel it works out for you. The Queen of Pentacles is here. You've got yourself an Empress. Yeah. So that this person is mimicking the Empress, and they are hell-bent on healing themselves to an Empress. This is the person who's going to give you stability. They're going to move slow. This person is the one who is taking care of themselves as well as taking care of other people. They also are very solid within themselves, right? They're very dependable. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Could be a work-related thing. but someone that you have not worked with for a very long time, because of the Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse. It feels like if you did work with this person, if it is a workplace issue, if it took place in the workplace, I think that it is, someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time. So, look, I think that you are interested in working on a soulmate connection. I think you know who I'm talking about. And I feel like you have finally realized that this person is your soulmate connection. We've got 6 cups and 1 is held by the Page. And in the future, we've got the 7 and it's in the reverse, which means I'm no longer worried that I'm going to make the wrong decision. I'm just going to make the decision, take the 1 cup and go. I want to say that that this person that you're connected to, you are connected to them in the 5D as well as being connected to them in the 3D. The 5D is your dreams. So I feel like you've either been dreaming about them, or the universe is sending you messages or numbers, or I feel like it's all very overwhelming for you, I want to say. The moon energy is here, and I feel like you're so worried that you're going to make the wrong decision because you're not really sure if this is going to pan out for you. And so I say to you, then just do it for the reason of dropping your burdens. Don't not do it and then woulda, shoulda, coulda yourself for the rest of your life. If you are going to go for it 100. Yeah. Drop the burdens, ask the questions, take inspired action. I'm telling you, it's going to work out. Look at all of that there. We've got abundance as it pertains to your money flow, as it pertains to the universe having their hand in your life, as it pertains to abundance in general. It looks really beautiful. And I think it's because you have grown in this path. I really do feel that you went from a place of thinking in scarcity. I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I'll never be enough. And I think that's what the impoverished idea was all about. And I think that, 17 and 17. No, that's 7. Sorry, 17. 37. I was looking at the 7s. All right. Tell me what the challenge is for the week ahead, please. For Aries. All right, standing your ground. You know what? I think that it's been so long that I think that you're right here. Yep, standing your ground, holding your ground, not really sure what to do because the moon energy is here. You know you want to work on it, and you know that you're feeling in the heart space like you're ready to do it. But I think that this is going to be a bigger mountain than you're willing to climb, I want to say. I feel like it would give you great balance. I feel like on the other side, as the song says, I think on the other side is your soulmate. But I think you got to want it more than you don't want it. Tell me about this obstacle. What is the obstacle here that we're facing? What is Aries facing as this obstacle? The obstacle is I want to make communication and I want to have this reunion, but I'm scared. Yeah. I'm scared I'm going to get hurt, turned down, told no. But I want to say my side, and I want the reunion. Let's talk about that. We're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk about this reunion with this soulmate. We'll talk about what that 3 of Cups means. And then we're going to find out why you're standing your ground here, because it feels like this is going to be super abundant once you can make the decision to take inspired action. And please don't put an ending on the story. No, just take the journey and drop some burdens and be done with it. And maybe it won't work out the way you wanted it to, but I think that not trying to control the way this goes, just going with the flow is probably your best idea. It's going to take some time to get out of that energy. We'll find out how you're going to get out of that energy. And look at that, the Lover just showed up again. So we'll talk about that some more in this decision that needs to be made. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And if you're looking for the extended link, it is in the description. Thank you so much for being here. I'm out for now. Love you guys. Bye-bye.